Hello everybody and welcome to my channel at KatAcryls Fluid Art. Thank you so much for joining me today. The painting I'm going to do today was inspired by a photo of a spiral galaxy taken by the James Webb Space Telescope. I will be working on a black 50 by 70 cm canvas that I placed onto my spinner. I had to put another canvas under it because it was a bit wobbly without that. I'm using the black canvas because my base coat will be very dark, almost black when it's dry, as I chose Liquitex dioxazine purple and PBO dark cobalt violet hue as the colors of the background. Here you can see how fluid the paints I use for my Dutch pours are. I will put the recipe for my mixture in the description. I just wanted to show you the color palette that I'm using today because I think they are really pretty together, but I will show them individually before I layer them onto the canvas. I chose the following colors for the blowout: Arteza Electric Plum, Liquitex Medium Magenta, Amsterdam Titanium White, Pebeo Iridescent Blue Violet, Liquitex Prism Violet, and finally Amsterdam Titanium White mixed with Australian Floetrol in a ratio of 1:3, hoping that it creates some nice cells. As you can see, I have already drawn the pattern with a pencil onto the canvas. Following that pattern, I draw the spiral line with the first color so that I have an idea of roughly where the design will go. Then I just put the base coat onto the canvas, starting with dioxazine purple and continuing with dark cobalt violet hue. At first I thought of mixing them together, but finally I decided to put them separately and then blend them with the hairdryer. Unfortunately, this is where I made my first mistake. I didn't use enough base coat because I didn't have enough paint. I used up all the paint I had in these colors, but it wasn't enough for this size canvas. Later on, you will see how difficult it is to blow the colors if there is not enough base coat on which the colors can glide. Since I didn't have enough base paint, I couldn't keep the spiral line, so I didn't know exactly where I planned to place the design later. Here I'm just using my torch to get rid of any air bubbles in the base layer. The first color I use is Arteza's Electric Plum, which is a really pretty color shifting color. But since I no longer have the pre-drawn spiral line, I made the second mistake. I didn't put the line close enough to the edge of the canvas, which caused my lines to be too close to each other. So when I do the blowing, I will blow the designs into each other. And I can't keep the negative space between the two spiral lines. The next color I'm using is Liquitex Medium Magenta. And then Amsterdam Titanium White mixed with American Floetrol and water. Followed by Pebeo Iridescent Blue Violet and Liquitex Prism Violet. And finally Amsterdam Titanium White with Australian Floetrol, which I mixed in a 1:3 ratio, 1 part paint to 3 parts Floetrol. I torched it again just to remove air bubbles from the colored paints as well. The hairdryer I use is a small travel size hairdryer by Drew Barrymore called Flower. I really like it because of its size. It's easy to work with. It can only blow hot air and I always use it on low. Let's blow this out and see what we can get. How similar will it be to what you saw in the photo I showed you at the beginning? As you can see, it's not that easy to blow out the design, because I didn't put enough base paint. The colored paints don't spread enough, and I can already see that I put too much white onto the canvas. But at least I got a lot of nice cells, thanks to the Amsterdam White Australian Floetrol mix. Now let's blow out the second line. Here you can see how close this one is to the other, and no matter how much I try to keep them apart, I can't, they touch each other. And I even blew it into the previously blown spiral line. Since the result is not quite what I imagined or hoped for, I try to open up the design further with several smaller blows with the hairdryer. As a result, many of my beautiful cells disappear. Since I didn't have much base coat, I wasn't able to blow out the design as much as I would have liked. Therefore, I tried to open the edges of the pattern further with just my breath. Here, in the middle of the pattern, I wanted to separate the two spirals more with a finger swipe, to make it more definite where one begins and where the other ends. Finally, I fixed the edges of the canvas and scraped off the drips so they wouldn't pull the paint off the surface of the canvas. And here is the final wet result, first without the flash and then with the flash on to see the beautiful shimmer of the iridescent paints. Overall, the result is okay, just not exactly how I envisioned it in my mind. I hope you find this video useful and learn from it, and you don't make the same mistakes I did. If so, please press the like button and please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching.